Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 641 and Doubleshot number 545. I got two Deathstroke trades for you. And these were two of the four remaining ones I didn't own, and also two of the four I haven't reviewed yet. Okay? And it's the two trades that collect the second volume of Deathstroke, released from 2011 to 2013. And it's had several different writers. Let's start with Volume 1, Legacy, written by Kyle Higgins and artwork by Joe Bennett and Art Tuber. Yeah, this is a relaunch. This is the new 52 version of, well, post-flash version of Deathstroke, which it does retcon some stuff of this backstory. Now, they do have his father show up in here briefly, who is, he shows up at the end here. This guy here is Deathstroke's father, though when Tony S. Down comes on board, he retcons his character of existence and changes to somebody else. Yep. Also, they changed how Grant Wilson died. Yeah, they changed Grant Wilson here, where he actually worked with Deathstroke when he was Ravager, and he died in a separate mission. He didn't die battling the Teen Titans. Nope. Yeah, Deathstroke's history in Teen Titans is completely wiped, though they do restore with Rebirth. Thank God for that. Now, this is by far a really good set of issues. Kyle Higgins did a fantastic job with it. I spoke to him about these issues, and he did thoroughly enjoy doing this. And the reason why he only did the issues because he was fired and replaced with Rob Liefeld. And I'll talk about his run soon. I'm gonna give this because it got great artwork, interesting story. I even like his new attire. It's great. I love the badass sword he's got. Yeah, though, one thing I'll point out, though, both the first issue, this, and the first issue Tony and Dan run, opens up with Deathstroke just slicing and dicing people. Which, yeah, though it's done a little differently in the Tony S. Daniel book, but at least it's an interesting image. I'm going to give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. It's really interesting. I enjoy reading it. Alright. Next up is Volume 2, Lobo Hunt. And this collects issues 0 and 9 through 20. Oh, and by the way, last trade that collects issues from this volume. Yeah, the writing in here is done by 1, 2, 3, at least a few different writers in here. At least 4 of them. And the writers are, Justin Jordan, Joshua Williamson, Rob Liefeld, and Tony Bedard. Artwork in here is done by Eduardo Presida, Edgar Salazar, Rob Liefeld, Amico Pacina, Scott Eden, Azil Korniak, Jacob Bear, Corey Hamster, Art Turbert, Mariah Beans, Scott Hanna, Sean Pearsons, Marla Quiza, Jack Pearsall, Ryan Wynn, Derek Fredops, Justin Gordon, and John Livingston. Wow, that is a lot of artists. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 18 artists in just like 13 issues. That's a lot of people. The cover art in here is done by Aaron Kruger and Brad Anderson. The cover art here, I do like the cover art in here. But those of you curious about Deathstroke's redesign under Rob Liefeld, yeah, he gave him lots and lots of pouches. Oh yeah. And when you first see him, he looks like this. Yeah, this is the complete redesign look for Deathstroke. I don't mind the swords. Swords are fine, but why in the world did you get all those extra pouches, Liefeld? Yeah, Liefeld only stays on here for issues 9 to 13 and does issue 0. Yeah, that's all he does in here. 9 through 12 is, of course, the title of this, which also have this trade, Lobo Hunt, which has Deathstroke team up with the group of Omegas, similar to the Omega Men, to take out Lobo. Oh, and by the way, those of you curious, how in the world does Rob Liefeld draw Lobo? Here on this 2-page spread. Yep, that is Lobo. I got to hand it to Liefeld. He did know how to draw Lobo. He draws them really good. I like the way he draws them in here. Also, there's this woman here with her blank expression name is Zealot. Yeah, this is her right here. Yeah, after the story arc, which, by the way, Rob Liefeld made him a slaver. Yeah, and then Deathstroke gave her a hint that he wants to see her again in bed. And then, of course, the next time these two are seen, in issue 13, it's shown that Deathstroke had sex with her. Yep, because he really wanted to bang her so badly. Yep. Issue 13, you just, well, kind of the same origin story that Marvel and George Perez gave him back in the 80s. So I'm glad the fact when it comes to his backstory, there's not much change to it, which is good. They do mention Billy Wintergreen in the origin issue, but Billy Wintergreen doesn't show up at all in here. There's a different character who appears with this whole thing. There's an issue where they take on Hawkman. Yeah, they have a tie into Hawkman 1, to which, even though in the case of Green Arrow, I think that saved the series, in the case of this title, nope. This title didn't last very long. Now, the Hawkman 1 this is where Josh Williamson comes in as a co-writer for like one issue. While Justin Jordan does pretty much the rest of the series from this point forward. And it ends with Adeline Kane dead. Terra and Beast Boy show up here, though, in the case Terra and Beast Boy Raven shows up here as well. Though after this, they show up in Teen Titans, which they're still there to this very day. Though they're going to move over the Titans book. In the case of Terra, after this particular volume ended, no one saw this character again for, how long was it? It was a long time. It was roughly like 4 years. Yeah, for 4 years, no one saw Terra. Yeah, that was weird though. Like, okay, you bring in Terra, who is a character associated with Deathstroke, so it's fine that Justin Jordan decided to throw her in here. But come on, could you at least have her do something? After the series ended, as far as I know, she didn't appear in any other book again until she showed up during the Defiance storyline in the recent stuff that Christopher Priest did for Deathstroke. So she didn't appear again for 4 years. 4 years she disappeared. Adeline Kane, despite the fact being dead here, was resurrected 3 years later without any explanation. Yeah, Christopher Priest retconned her death, the fact that she never died at all. So it's kind of like some later writers after this one were just trying to undo a lot of the stuff happening in here. Like retconning Deathstroke's father out of existence. Yeah, the father he had in here, yeah, he gets retconned and replaced with somebody else. And of course, retconning Adeline Kane's death in here. Rose in here is perfectly fine. Yeah, she's in pretty much, she appears in all 4 volumes. She's probably the only character besides Deathstroke himself who actually has appeared in all 4 volumes of Deathstroke. Well, first volume makes sense because that's where she made her debut. She appears in this volume. Throughout the last several issues, she was a supporting recurring character in the 3rd volume. Heck, she appears in the current volume as well, which is nice. I'm going to get this roughly a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. I didn't mind much of the Lobo story that much. I thought it was okay. But the one thing that's a big disappointment about the story, it's apparently Rob Liefeld didn't care to draw a building. Let's draw big holes in the ground. Yeah, I remember seeing recently, I think it was last year, I saw it of Last Iron King's review of these 4 issues, and yeah, it's just Rob Liefeld doing whatever the heck he wants. And in the course, like after issue 13, he leaves his book. Yeah, just by sheer coincidence, after separating this book and Hawkman. Savage Hawkman. Both books ended not long after he left. This book ended 7 issues after he left. Same thing with Hawkman. Not long after they wrapped up for that, he left just 1 issue prior to the Hawkman Wanted tie-in. Yep. But the issues here are not too bad, but I don't have a really big problem with it. Though I do like though if you read those four issues that Rob Liefeld draws for Lobo, he does a fantastic job drawing Lobo. Big, bulky. Even though yes, the way his eyes are a little bit inconsistent with how he's normally drawn, but at least the way he draws him correctly, and he at least has him as the actual Lobo, not the pretty boy Lobo. Heck, he even brought his motorcycle in it, which I thought was awesome. Let me show off how he draws his motorcycle in here, which I was so happy to see this thing. Yeah, his hog. So the way he wrote him here was very inconsistent of how he's written in other books. Here it is. Yep. His wild hog. The Space Frag 666. Yeah. Since it's Lobo, it makes sense the fact you include his prize Space Hog. Yeah, I am so happy Rob Liefeld included this. And it looks great. It doesn't look like normal stuff. Even though, yes, he is not good at drawing buildings in here, at least he made Lobo look interesting. Though I didn't like the way he was written. Yeah, that's the only biggest problem with Lobo in here, is that he's written to be a slaver and he wants to lay waste to the earth, which is not consistent of how he's written. Yeah. Also, the thing with Shayla in here, a woman he was in love with, yeah, apparently they decided to retcon that and have it for the pretty Lobo. Yeah. So, there's that. Good book. Not terrible, but pretty good. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be episode number 630. Actually, it's 32 and Doubleshot number 546. Okay? But to see you there. Bye.